The rain started before the music stopped. I was standing in my own living room, the lights dimmed to flattering lies, listening to applause I had paid for. Her birthday banner sagged above us like a tired promise. She smiled the way people do when they're already somewhere else. She lifted the microphone, thanked the team, thanked the company, thanked a man I didn't know, too well dressed, too close, his hand resting where air should have been. Then she turned to me and handed me a folded shirt, branded, crisp, divorced. Laughter cracked the room open, cameras rose, someone whistled. I felt nothing at first. That was the frightening part. I left without a scene, took the gift bag from under the table, the watch I'd chosen because it kept time honestly. 5 minutes later, my phone began to vibrate like a trapped insect. 1 call, 10, 50. Outside, rain streaked the driveway. Her suitcase waited by the door like a rehearsed goodbye. I noticed the red dress then, too deliberate for coincidence. She said it was business. She always said that. When I found the protection tucked into the side pocket, oversized, clinical, unopened, I didn't tear the house apart. I closed the door, I locked it, and the rain did the screaming for her. Denial is quiet. It doesn't shout. It sits down beside you and asks you to breathe. She said the party was for networking. She said the shirt was a joke. She said the shirt was branding. Irony sells. She said the red dress was confidence. She said the suitcase was habit. She said everything except the truth. I replayed moments like security footage, late nights framed as growth, calls taken in the bathroom, a name saved as an acronym, a laugh that arrived before the punchline, the way she flinched when I asked about the trip she forgot to mention. The man from the party, she called him a mentor. I watched how she leaned toward him, how he spoke without raising his voice, how he didn't look at me at all. I didn't ask questions. Questions warn people. I started noticing receipts that didn't add up, hotel keys from conferences, laundry done twice in 1 week, the smell of a cologne that wasn't mine, clean, expensive, deliberate. At night, she slept like someone who'd already rehearsed an exit, and I lay awake, counting breaths, learning the sound of a life being edited without me. I became precise. Phone records don't lie, they just hide in columns. I learned which numbers repeated, which gaps were intentional. I synced calendars she thought were separate. I watched timestamps overlap like fingerprints. I stayed pleasant, cooked, paid invoices, smiled in photos. I let her think the joke landed. Inside, I cataloged everything. I followed patterns, Tuesdays and Thursdays, the same hotel brand, the same parking level. I never followed her. Distance keeps the mind sharp. Instead, I let data come to me. Emails forwarded themselves when people grow careless. Loyalty programs remember what lovers forget. I learned the language of secrecy, urgency disguised as opportunity, silence framed as professionalism. I learned how people say business when they mean appetite. Still no confrontation. I wanted the truth clean, unarguable. I wanted it to arrive like a sealed envelope, addressed, stamped, final. When the report came, it was thinner than I expected. Facts don't need padding. I read it once, then again, then I slept. I handed her the envelope at the kitchen counter. No ceremony, no speech. She opened it, read, sat down. Her face tried on expressions like clothes that didn't fit. Shock, anger, calculation, then something brittle. "You went through my things," she said. "No," I said. "I went through mine." She cried then, real tears. They fell onto the paper like punctuation. She said it wasn't love. She said it was leverage. She said it started after the promotion. She said I wouldn't understand. I understood perfectly. I asked one question, the only one that mattered. Why the shirt? She didn't answer. She didn't have to. The power move isn't noise. It's timing. I sent the invitations she forgot she'd CC'd me on, forwarded confirmations to the board she admired, returned the watch, receipt intact, canceled the venue with a note thanking them for the memory. I left the suitcase where the rain could find it. Mud teaches lessons without words. When she screamed, I stayed still. When she banged on the door, I checked my messages. 157 missed calls. The number felt ceremonial. I texted once, "This is business." Then I blocked her. I didn't watch the fallout. I don't need spectacle to believe in gravity.